This is the AG Associates Heatpulse 210 demo. We will do a brief overview of the system before continuing. There are two pieces to the unit. On the left you will see the Heatpulse controller, and on the right is the chamber. We have water inlet and outlet, a cooling fan, and a power supply. And then on the back of the controller is the cable which goes to the chamber and a power switch. After we have installed our facilities, water and electric, and we turn the machine on, we can now begin. So when you turn on the controller, the first thing you'll see is the screen shown, which just says Heatpulse 210. Just hit any key and you'll come to a menu. Several options here. M is for manual mode, which we will do first. If you want to do manual mode, it's U, D, and E for up, down, and exit. So as you turn the percentage up, the percentage power will go up, and that is your temperature climbing accordingly. For temperature purposes, you can disregard the decimal point. It is currently 60 Celsius and going down because I turned the power down. Next we have an automatic mode. We'll do intensity mode now. So the first thing we have to do is hit set, which is S, and hit M for mode. You see it says intensity now. Then we hit set, we hit A, and it asks for the ramp up time. We're going to put 15. Peak intensity, we're going to put 64. And annealing time, we'll do 10 seconds. And then the ramp down will just match the ramp up, which is 15. And then you see we are put back on the main screen. Then we hit the A button to anneal. You'll see the intensity is climbing up to the desired point. You'll see our temperature is also climbing. And it'll hold there for the desired seconds which we input before. And now you see it is ramping down. And when it is done, come back to the main screen here. Now we will do a temperature controlled anneal as opposed to intensity. Intensity doesn't really control the temperature great, it controls the intensity as it suggests. So first we're going to hit S for set parameters, we're going to hit M to go to a temperature mode, you see it displayed. And we're going to hit S again, we're going to set the time by hitting A, we're going to do a 10-second anneal. Then we're going to hit set again and do temperature, and we're going to bring it up to 1000 degrees Celsius. Now that we have that set, we will hit A for anneal. Since it is over a certain temperature, it will preheat it first to get the chamber up to temperature. And now you see it's going up. Temperature is climbing rapidly. You can see that it's ramping up to 1000 Celsius. It is important to note that if you want the higher temperatures, such as 1200 C, that you should run the chamber at 1000 or 1100 C to get the heat build up in there. There is a mode in which you can program your own recipe in, and that is more recommended for the higher temperatures so that you have several steps to ramp and build the heat up in the chamber. If you do not do that, you may get an error that it will not make the temperature in time. Next, we will test our diagnostic mode. Diagnostic mode will test our chamber's voltage and the currents to the lamps, and it will tell you feedback on them. So if we hit D, we go into diagnostic mode. It asks you for the date. It's 05/18/2012, and operator. It'll print out on the paper, as you can see in the upper left. It'll check water, line voltage, now I'll do a lamp continuity test. Displaying the voltage going to the lamps. We will not do a temperature diagnostic because you need a special wafer for that, which has the implant on it. So I'm going to hit no, and that's the end of diagnostics. You'll notice that we have a printout which tells us the information from the display. So we get the max lamp voltage, the upper and lower, and it says that they are okay, and it has end of diagnostics. We will now run the chamber up to 1100 Celsius. I've already changed the temperature, so I'm going to hit A for anneal. We build up a significant amount of heat in the chamber. So it should proceed fairly easily to the temperature. That was 1100 Celsius. We will now run the machine at 1200 Celsius. I've already programmed this set point in. The machine has to have quite a bit of heat built up into the chamber to make it, so it's recommended that the process be performed through a user-defined program or after the machine has seen high temperatures for some time. As you saw, it ramped up to 1200 for 5 seconds.